Tony, the inconsistencies, so the fat shots, so hitting the ground first and then ball, and the slice, I feel are related. So a lot of it is how you move your pelvis or your hips in the backswing. So looking at the first video, when you swing back, you can look at all the videos, more so from the front, from the face-on view. You start your backswing by sliding your hips away from the target, and then you start to turn. That's not going to provide enough rotation, one, to control where you hit the ground, excuse me. So it's not going to provide an avenue for you to control where you hit the ground. You're essentially shifting the low point of your club behind the ball, which is why you get fat shots. And then in regard to power, you're not really turning as much as you can. So rotation is one of the ways that we get power. So what I would do for you is I would try to get you to change how you move your hips in the backswing. When you start, I want you to try to straighten your right leg at the same angle at which it starts. So what that's going to do is essentially when you turn your hips, it's going to push your right hip up, and it's almost going to feel like your right back pocket is going towards the target. What that's going to do is it's going to keep your pelvis pretty centered, and it's also going to allow for your hips to turn in the backswing. So the more you turn your hips, the more we can turn our shoulders. The more we turn our shoulders, we can get some depth back here. We can, one, swing out to the right, which is going to get no more slices for you. The ball will curve left, but also get you some more rotation for power. So from a face-on view, how this would look if you have a mirror or somebody can videotape you, it looked like you were pretty competent with taping face on, is basically when you are going to start to swing back, this right leg, when you straighten it, is going to stay at the same angle that it started, and it's going to feel like your right back pocket pushes back towards the target. That's going to keep your hips more centered, and it's going to allow you to turn more. When you keep your hips centered, I want you to use your hips the same way you currently do in the downswing. You start to move them towards the target and push down, and then they extend up. That's good. Your downswing motion is good. We just need to get your hips in a better position to start the downswing, and you should be able to compress the ball more, get some distance, and then curve the ball to the left.